got an article about buying the comics, and yeah, I thought this would just be something I'd like to talk about because it's a comic that I've been waiting for a while to come out, which is Titan Comics reveals gorgeous first look at Elric, the Dreaming City issue 1. And the issue is an adaptation of Michael Moorcock's the original novella, The Dreaming City, that was first published in Science Fantasy 47 back in June 1961. Yeah, Jesus Christ, this is an old series. It also happened to be the first story from Moorcock featuring Elric and Melna Benet. The comic book series is adapted by writers Julien Blondel and Jean Cano and artists Julien Tello and Robert Techt. It's been a good comic adaptation run as far as I'm concerned. They've done a really good job with the story and the writing, and well, the art in general has been just fantastic. Titan Comics touts this new series will seemingly be the first of many new Elric series. That is the first time that Moorcock's novel has been fully adapted in chronological order. Yeah, I don't know much about the Elric comics. Like, I know at one point, I think in the 80s, they adapted the full series. I've actually been trying to collect all of them. I've got 1, 4, and 5, and Stormbringer, the conclusion of that run, should be on the way on the 20th. Either of this month or next month, but yeah, it was a good series. I like how in the first run, though, how they characterized Yurkun. I don't like how they characterized him in this new run. I kind of hate him in this one. In the older run, he was kind of more maniacal. I'm hoping they'll return and if we see him again. But back to the article. As for the issue itself, the official description reads, Elric of Melna Benet is exiled from his home and cursed to walk the land under the influence of the gods of chaos, Ariok, or the god of chaos, Ariok. With his sword Stormbringer, Elric must find his way through the unknown. The first issue will feature the main cover by Hellboy creator Mike Mignola. Yeah, the main cover looks like it was ripped off of Hellboy, so... which isn't a bad thing. I think it's okay. There will be 3 other variant covers from Valentin Secher, Eric Bourgier, and Julien Tello. Yeah, I'm going to butcher these names probably. Elric, the Dreaming City hits comic book shelves on August 10th, 2021. Hopefully it's been delayed so many times. And that's really all the article just says. It's just an announcement of the artwork. I have no idea which images I'll be showing for the video, but yeah, it looks good. It looks really good. I already said this on Twitter, but sweet Jesus, they need to hurry up with this. Like, I want to inject that shit into my veins. I need it that badly. And it looks good. The Elric story, I don't know much about it, aside because the comic issues I have so far that are based on it, that's the extent of my knowledge. And the older 80s run, I still haven't read all the way yet. I've only read a bit of the first volume. And after that, I can't read the rest because I want to read 2 and 3 before I get into 4 and 5. I might read Stormbringer, though, to see the conclusion. But for those of you who want a synopsis, like if you don't know who Elric of Melna Benet is, Razorfist has done a couple of videos on him. And if you haven't seen those, I encourage you to go watch them if you're a Razorfist fan. But basically, Elric of Melna Benet is an albino spell sword who travels the world earning renown as a soldier of fortune and is known as the White Wolf. Stop me if you've heard this before. Well, some of this before. And yeah, there is a debate on whether The Witcher stole from Elric of Melna Benet, like plagiarized stuff. Like, I've heard, like, there's this one Witcher fan, Weaponized Nerd Rage. He said legally it meets the requirements for plagiarism. And combine, like, the White Wolf thing I was kind of iffy on that, but I've kind of come around to say, yeah, no, it seems like plagiarism. But anyway, this guy, he's like a sardonic spell sword, travels from place to place, goes on various adventures, and it's kind of fucked by fate. Pardon my language, but yeah, he is fucked by fate. He is screwed to the, well, I'd say nth degree, but I might be using that word wrong. And that's mainly because of the sword he carries around. Like, the Stormbreaker, that thing, like, it can kill his enemies, but it prefers the blood of his friends and allies. And at one point, it even takes his life. Spoilers. But, yeah, the art looks good. It looks very... and another thing about Elric is his influence in pop culture is very interesting. Like, the Legacy of Kain series was influenced him. Like Kain, the king vampire, he looks like he was ripped off of Elric and Melniboné. He looks like an albino. He has a sword that has a sentient of its own, that has sentience, or has a soul of its own. And he kind of is fighting against fate. In fact, there are attempts to make Elric games. One of them actually looks like it's a knockoff of the Blood Omen, which was the first Legacy of Kain game. But anyway, that's just like a synopsis, or that's kind of a description. That was kind of me ranting about Elric and Melniboné a little, in case you haven't seen it. I will be putting links to this article in the description just so you can see all the images, because they look great. Like, this is good. This is what I love about Franco-Belgium comics. Their artwork is breathtaking, kind of like same with the Japanese comics. Their art is really good. It doesn't put me to sleep like American art in comics, except for, like, Dexter Soy. His art is still good. And that's all I can really say on this. If you're not an Elric fan, I suggest reading about it online. Maybe you can find some issues online to read, or just buy a copy. But Ruby Throne, I would really encourage you to get your hands on if it's still available, because it took months or maybe even a year before they had it available again on print. And yeah, just give it a check out. You might like it. And with that out of the way, I think I'll call it a day on this. Well, I'll just call it with this video. Have a nice day, and remember the game was rigged from the start.